adjust this just a little bit.
Get right into that.
Church. Church, ain't it, man? Hold on, not yet. Ain't it, man? Y'all live on G Code Daily. We back at it. What's up with it, man? Top of it. See y'all tuning in. Giving y'all a second. It's a couple seconds to tune in while we light these blunts.
Get them going in there.
Small chronic break. This is a small chronic break, man. Church, man. For y'all right here on Instagram, we live on YouTube at the same time. This is we doing the YouTube channel, man, discussing hot topics and real shit that's really jumping, man. So we simultaneously live right here on Instagram, and we live right here on YouTube too at the same time. If you're on Instagram, go to the YouTube channel and follow us on YouTube too, man, because it's gonna be going down. You know what I'm saying? It's GGov. The channel is GGov, GGOV. YouTube channel. That's where we at right now, live on YouTube. Man, we got a couple of hot topics today.
Yes, sir.
We got the topics about stuff that we done discussed before, and we got some stuff that I might not have discussed before. GGov got the best representation of this shit though. Church, amen, salute. So, what were we talking about, man? What's our hot topic for the day, Famous?
We talking about the feminization of America, Black America in Pacific. This is what's going on. We have it's an epidemic right now. You know, America is pushing young black men to be more feminized. They're taking a lot of the toughness out of us, and they trying to make us more sympathetic to homophobic views and homosexuality and stuff like that. So,
kind of soften us up to it.
They softening us up to it.
Soften us up.
You know, for whatever underlying reason behind it. I can't quite pinpoint it, but I know that's what's going
I
on.
think there's 1,000 reasons why black men are not a threat. That's why it's an attack on. Yeah, it is. There's definitely attack. Definitely, we've seen that, and me and my brother, we was discussing a few times just how how it's openly, people are openly gay now. You know what I mean? And we might and as us, we might think that, oh, we're coming along as a world or a group of people, society,
right,
because we're able to accept this type of behavior.
They want us to have, and that's what they want us, like you said, that's what they want us to do. Take it as we growing as a society, but not looking at the real underlying problem behind it.
Right,
you know?
right. They want us to accept. It's almost like y'all need to accept the transition of y'all people, but at the same time, while they're trying to get us to accept this transition of having more gays in our community, do you see the white community turning to be fags like that?
Not at this alarming rate.
Not at this alarming rate.
It's an alarming rate was going on.
Right. In their community, I mean, let's just be for real. Homosexuality has been going on in their community since the beginning of time. You feel what I'm saying? But they always kept they men. You feel what I'm saying? Even though we know that you're no longer a man once you start doing that type of shit. But they always kept their men with the masculine look. It's almost like we want y'all to make it feel like it's cool to look gay, to put on wigs, to put on lipstick, to put on girl shoes, to snap fingers and act gay.
And they using our rappers and stuff to promote it. And our rappers is unwilling participants, not even knowing, unknowing participants, I should say. They're unknowing participants because they're participating in it. Guys like ASAP, Young Thug, all these guys that glorify, like, address They call purses satchels now.
Yeah.
You know what
but
I mean?
if you think about it, way before the gay community, I mean, way before the rap community, they had the actors promoting fag stuff to us.
Yeah.
And but
They made every black actor at least do
some
a
gay
female
shit,
role.
right.
You had to put on a dress at least
But they realized
once in your career.
But I think they got smart and they realized that we understood that they were acting. And they were able to get it understood to us that we're just acting.
Right.
And blacks did not react like we should have reacted with the
Right.
rappers and grabbed on to the culture
Right.
of being gay.
Right.
So that's when you look
We
up.
should have overreacted at
Right.
the time. At the time, it was all fun and games when you had Living Color. You had them. You had Shawanda.
Right.
With Jamie Foxx. You had those
Just
the
all that gay
Wayne
stuff
brothers
in the
doing
80s.
all that
It
stuff.
was a bunch of it going on in
We
the
all
80s.
laughed. It was all fun and games, but we should have been paying more attention to it because it was some underlying was going on behind the scenes of that. And some actors had actually touched on that. Dave Chappelle was one of them that actually touched on the fact that they tried to even get him to wear a dress. And Dave Chappelle, he rejected it. I think he was one of our first black actors that straight out, flat out rejected it.
Rejected
unless
right.
he was the first one that came out and said he rejected it.
Right.
But this is what they've been trying to do. But now it's different now. You know, some people say it's in the weed. I don't know what the fuck. I know that shit don't affect me. But what they talking about over there? Might get some of y'all feedback on this here.
They said Jamie Foxx, Will Smith. There was a few other artists. You're right. Actors that was rejecting it. But like I say, even
Jamie Foxx did it.
He did.
He
said not Jamie Foxx. He said Will Smith. I mean.
No, Jamie Foxx did it. And Will Smith put on the dress. All of them did it.
Let me see what you say.
Jamie Foxx did Wanda. Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, you said Jamie Foxx and Will Smith, etc. Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, all them cats did it.
Right.
Yeah.
The only one I ain't really never seen put on a dress was Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen them put
I ain't
on
seen
one.
them put on no dress.
I can't say I've seen them put on one.
I ain't seen Denzel do it yet.
If somebody knows something different, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
If you know anything like that.
I haven't seen Denzel. But the thing is like I said, this is something they've been trying to push on to our people for years. It's just that the hip hop was so influential. It was so powerful to the people and to our people where they actually approached
At the time, we had gangster rap.
That's
We
all
wasn't
we had
even
was
doing
gang-
rap.
it was
We
gangster.
were doing
It was gangster.
gangster. That's how serious we was about that hood shit.
Who
We
you
was
think was
gangster
Who you
rap.
think was the first artist that brought the gay shit to the world? That introduced it from the hip hop community to the world. Who you think publicly did that? The first people. Y'all out there can answer too.
I mean,
He said Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Well, that was the one Eazy-E had put on blast with the
Easy
dress and
exposed
stuff
him.
like that.
Yeah, Easy
Exposed them.
Yeah, with the dress
You
on.
know what I mean?
With the lipstick on.
Yeah. Eazy-E exposed. But I can't say he brought it. I can't really say he brought it to us.
No, because
Dr.
he
Dre
didn't
was still
promote
bringing
that to us.
gangster beats.
Dr. Dre didn't promote that to us.
He promoted gangster music.
We talking about as an artist that actually promoted that type of behavior.
I would have to say Cash Money.
What, with Baby and them kissing?
Yeah, that's why I think it started around the Cash Money time when we started seeing more feminization of the rap.
I think
you know
so
what I mean?
too.
You gotta understand,
I think so
Cash Money is one group that all their money solely come from record label money. All Baby money, he eats strictly off record label money.
Mm-hmm.
They break him big checks and he pay them back. Baby, he signed one of them contracts where he's straight.
Yeah, he's straight.
He's straight. He's straight.
He good. No white men love him.
Right. You know what I'm
They
saying?
love him.
So, you know, I think Baby was one of the first one that they probably wanted to gear more towards that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, man, but the Baby strike me as an old school homosexual. You know what I'm saying?
Because even that pictures of Tupac surfaced with him laying in the bed with motherfuckers. Pimp C exposed them. Tupac exposed them. Pimp C did too. Yeah, but they got Tupac laying in the bed with pictures with dudes too.
laying in the bed is one thing. Was he
Yeah, I know.
naked? Shit,
No, yeah, the shirt was off. But I'm just saying.
But back in the day, niggas, we were so real. Nigga can lay in the bed and chill.
I just never laid in the bed with no nigga. My shit
but you talking about when you in the hood with your niggas and hey man, you ain't talking about no
cuddling. I just never done that.
Ain't talking about no cuddling. No, because people can make pictures like that look worse than what
I know, but that's why you got to stay manly, and you got to tell that way we don't put yourself in them type of positions where you jumping in the bed when everybody got their shirt off, and then somebody snap a picture of it, and then that surface is gonna leave, like they say, a picture worth 1,000 words.
Well, nowadays, shit like that look more suspect to me than if you did it in the 90s where we were more men and, motherfuckers wasn't scared of their sexuality because everybody knew what we stood for.
Yeah. I mean, just never been in the bed with them. I grew up at a time where, men didn't do anything around another man that they felt like that would be considered a gay move or anything. You know what I mean? And when you seen dudes behave in certain matters, that's how he was able to throw up red flags. Like, okay, something funny, a motherfucker's willing to do that. Oh, okay, they willing to do that. Okay, motherfucker. So like me, like even though, okay, let's just be for real. I'm not saying Tupac's gay, so don't run this and say, oh, Gov said Tupac's gay. What I'm saying is that it's certain things that men look for other men to do and to perform and to act and to move a certain way. And when they don't do that, it becomes a suspect. You become suspect. You know what I mean? Suspect behavior. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's like, even like what a lot of these dudes, that's what made these dudes turn gay. They was taking their shirts off. They was jumping in the bed with each other, taking pictures. Oh, we homies. Before you know it, somebody done hug somebody. The other one done hug somebody. Accidentally done touched this dick. Now he done grabbed his ass. Now they done before you know it. Yeah. That's how it starts off.
That homie shit.
The gay shit. That's how the gay shit started off. That's how you see so many of these young black men. Men supposed to be men, my nigga. Hey man. We've been pioneers on the road before, where nigga we check in the room and it'd be 3-4 niggas and 2 niggas might sleep, but everybody got their clothes on. Motherfuckers sleep head to feet, now on some soldier type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no
niggas better sleep like they in the bullpen.
Right,
shit.
But niggas ain't jumping. Hey, look, you don't get in them situations and then take your shirt off and jump in the bed. I'm gonna tell a nigga, say, man, put your motherfucking shirt on, nigga. If we got this like this, you can't have your shirt off, my nigga.
He want to sleep comfortable.
Yeah,
he want to get in his 90s.
Right.
He want to put on his 90s and lay next to you.
Not the night.
No 90s,
you know what I'm saying? So, but that's how that shit really started. And then, like you said, a lot of these dudes, the influence from the hip hop, and then you got these big homies going to the penitentiary, coming back to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? Playing with they little shorties, playing with this little motherfucker. Nigga, he done went to the joint. Nigga, he big homie on the street, but that was big bitch in the joint. Y'all just didn't know that. Then he come home, swolled up, yoked up. Nigga, he knocking niggas out. Niggas respecting him. Before you know it, he done got little Johnny in the back and played with him. You feel me? And he don't want to say nothing because the gang don't want him to know. But hey, that's what, it's...
Y'all actually think it's more homosexuals now in our black community? Or we just had them around, them niggas was hiding back then?
No, it's definitely more now.
You believe it's more now?
Yeah, it's more now.
Okay.
It was.
I honestly, in my heart, feel like it's more now.
It's more
you know what I mean?
Yeah. We didn't. It didn't.
I don't even think our community allowed the homosexual mind to grow. So if you had those type of thoughts in your head,
that's right.
We didn't fertilize it.
That's
we
right.
didn't give you no type of fuel for that fire.
That's right.
Where you ain't had no other choice but to stand up and be a man. You know what I mean? Until you came to the full grips. So this is what it's about.
Yeah, they didn't allow that. You would have got beat up.
The way communities is now, they do allow them type of homosexual feelings to grow because they do have a lot of avenues these dudes can explore that's in the hood. All these gays and stuff selling ass outside and all that crazy shit.
For real.
When I was young, you done had these punks on the track, walking tracks and shit
openly
like that.
Walking.
Right. So now these young dudes got avenues. When they ready to explore, they got that punk right on the corner with a big old ass that they go and explore with.
And what's so dangerous now, they fighting and shooting. Shit. They fighting and shooting. And let me tell you, when I say that, it's way more gays than it was now. And like I said, I don't want anybody to think that we're bashing. We just think that there is something that's going on that's causing this. So we're not gay bashing. But the thing is, if you noticed, young black men don't act like young black men no more. A lot of these young black men now actually act like hot-tempered fags with guns. That's what they act like. They hot-tempered, they get mad easy, they ready to fight. That's not manly.
They don't want to fight no more.
They ready to shoot you.
Yeah.
They'll cut you.
Yeah.
Nigga, I shoot you. That gang and all that stuff is really, when you're seeing this stuff, you talking about, you dealing with young men that is fighting that inchemical balance that they putting into their bodies, and they fighting to be young men, and they fighting because they gay. They having the symptoms as women. They react like women. They get mad like women. They fuel up like women. But guess what? You got a little boy there still with a gun in his hand. So of course you're gonna see some wild, outlandish shootings and killings that you didn't see back then. Back then, when I was coming up, when you seen the murdering and the killing, man, it was for a reason, man. I mean, I'm not saying that you got here killing, but I'm talking about people had legitimate, hardcore reasons. It wasn't though, oh, he don't like me, or I don't like him, or his shoes ain't got the right pink on it, or he wearing yellow shoestrings, or it wasn't about that. Niggas really put in work for real reasons. Now, these dudes is hot. They hot. They what you call them? Flaming. They flaming.
And with that going on, and that being said,
they flaming.
All my men out here with young men that they're raising, that you got your sons or whatever, we got to realize that the young generation is getting attacked right now by this, and we got to protect them, because when we was coming up, all the transsexuals and all the drags and things, they looked like men. They had hairy legs, they had big calves, they had Adam's apples. They look like men with makeup and dresses on. Nowadays, these people are taking hormone pills, they're getting surgeries at a young age, and a lot of them is identifying as women or ladies at a young age, and their mothers and parents are cultivating them, making them be women. So by the time you see them at 18 and 19, you're looking at a person that looks like a full-blown woman.
That's right.
And this is what your child has to face up with. You know, this is what your young man is gonna have to see in the streets.
Like one of the viewers just said, a lot of these guys is being raised by their mothers.
Yeah. And that's what's going on.
A lot of them are being raised by their moms, man.
You motherfucking right.
Hey, what was Game talking about, man? We was looking at a clip from Game. What he was talking about.
You know what it is, man. It's Young Game. One of Vlad's oldest hip-hop homies, man. Me and Vlad go back, man. We go back like Hot Wheels and racetrack, straight up and straight down, like the front door. It's Vlad TV. You know what it is. Salute from New York City.
This is what Game was talking about, man. Game a motherfucker, man.
Well, let's just say a gay rapper came out with an Eminem skillet.
What would he be talking about?
Gay shit.
I mean, what you want me to say?
See, you don't ever see. I mean, when you look at gays in the entertainment thing,
yeah, they're around. And
would you really be surprised that there would already be an established gay rapper who's in the closet? Considering how many gay people there are in entertainment.
No, I think that there are several rappers that are in the closet and gay. And see, those are the type of gay people the only type of gay people I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with gay people. Gay people are, Beyonce should have said, who run the world? Gays. Because they everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so speaking, man. Do you. It's a free country. Be gay. You can, do that. Game don't have a problem with gay people. Game has a problem with people that are pretending not to be gay, but that are gay. Because the number one issue with that is that you can be fooling somebody and you can give them AIDS. and they can die. And so that in the closet shit is real scary. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get into the seriousness of it, and it's just not fair to other people. And then that shit spreads because that girl that you might be fooling might leave you and go find another dude who ain't gay, give him the disease, and he go cheats on her, and so it's it's an ongoing thing, man. So it ain't cool to be in the closet. So if you gay, just say you gay, man. Be gay and be proud, man.
I asked Mato if he would ever do a song with a gay rapper, and he said,
Well, hey, how y'all feel? What you think? You think all gays should be open about their shit?
Motherfucking right. Own it. I think you should own it. If you feel the need, to have sex with another man or something like that, you should be man enough to stand up and own it. You know what I mean?
I think Game right too. I think he got a good point. Motherfuckers be running around here hiding like they ain't.
Yeah.
Be running around here poking and all that, doing the hokey pokey.
Yeah, like you say, let it be known so people can know that it's if that's what they want to be around, then okay. If they don't want that, then you giving them a fair warning. You know what I mean?
Right. And he did make a lot of sense too. Gays, that's what's running the world right now. That's why they having it. This is why they pass so many laws protecting them, because they're protecting them. They're protecting their people. They know.
Well,
you know what I mean? Gay pride parade.
You know something
Who
else?
had a gay parade? Who would want to parade through the street because you gay?
Right.
Why don't you have like human pride parade for we being pride to be
humans? But you know something I always tell people? I guarantee you can go all across America, and I'm probably in other countries too. The best neighborhoods is always the gay neighborhoods. The richest neighborhoods is always the gay neighborhoods. I don't care from Chicago to Dallas to New York. The gay neighborhoods is always, for some reason, where the expensive real estate, the big homes, the nice homes.
They run the world.
Hey, do anybody know where a raggedy gay neighborhood is at?
Hey, I remember when I was young.
Going to a raggedy gay neighborhood.
When I was a younger dude, it was a known saying that when you seen them fags, they were rich. Most fags, when I was a kid, they were rich. If they was a fag. Yeah. Now you just see a bunch of them. They just broke, fucked up. We hat piece hanging out, regular.
That's in the hood. That's in the hood.
Hey man, but listen, man, for real, we have to be cautious. This is why we had was talking touched this topic. We touched the topic today is because we have to be aware of what we're allowing our kids to take in, who they around, the things that they're watching, because you have to be conscious that they are pushing a gay agenda on our young men, and we got to be very cautious, very clear, because it's all spiritual. At the end of the day, too, it's going to be some spiritual, too. So, and the devil is attacking. He's attacking young black men. He's attacking the strong, the ones that God has anointed, that is being attacked by all means necessary. So we got to be conscious, man. Just be very conscious of what you're doing.
We're dying breed, whether you know it or not.
Mm-hmm. Just be conscious, man, for real. Church, Ash Green, what's going on, man? Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all follow my Instagram, too, at GGov the Governor, man.
Famous FAMUS 82 Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you know what we also supposed to talk about today, man? The legalization of marijuana, cannabis, trees. We talking about the legalization, but see, we gonna dig deeper than what everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? All right, listen, check this out. We ain't just talking about the legalization of marijuana. Okay, what we talking about also is what, after the federal government legalized marijuana, what should be done with that money? What should be done with the money? I don't know. I'm gonna give everybody a couple seconds to kind of like throw some ideas out there. I want here on YouTube and here on Instagram. If the federal government legalizes marijuana, put something in the inbox. What do you think they should do with the money? I have my idea. What do you think? You got an idea?
I got a slight idea.
I got an idea. Oh, okay. Somebody must have been tapping in on me, eavesdropping over here, official Lord Peso. What do you think they should do with, if the feds legalize marijuana all across the board? We're
Federal
talking
government.
about a lot of money, a lot of tax dollars is going to be gained from this. A lot of money is going to be gained if the federal government legalized. But what should they do with the money? Lemon Kush Church. Anybody got any ideas? Let me hear some wild ideas. What do you think, man? Come on now. Give me some wild ideas. It ain't got to be a big, extensive, long paragraph. Just something real simple, man. What do you think, man? Canada legal up here now in Toronto. Okay, church.
What's going on with the money up there? What they doing with it up there in Canada? You know?
Right. What are they doing with the money? Me personally,
You know they got a surplus on their budget.
official Lord Peso, I feel the same way. I feel like if they legalize marijuana on a federal level, I think that the money that they make should be paid, should start being paid to blacks for slavery. All right? Everyone that was wrongfully convicted and prosecuted should be, but that's a law. That's a law. You know how that stuff works first.
I mean, that's a good point, though. You know, people sitting there behind bars.
Give back to the blacks. That's right. I think they should give back to the blacks for reparations, man. I think that's an easy way for blacks for them to be able to have a resource of extra money to go in to do this. All right, because let's face facts. We ain't gonna get it from the Federal Reserve. You know what I mean? They're not gonna tax the American people to pay us reparations for slavery, and they're not gonna tax the big companies either that we slaved for.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of those companies, they still up and running today, whether y'all know it or not. Okay, they still have companies from back in the slavery days till now. They made them switch the names. Google it. Some cold shit you ever want to see. They getting taxes of it. Give back to the blacks for the. That's right. They doing weed cards and what dispensary. Yeah. They should use the money to give everyone health care.
That's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
That's a good idea. I think that's a good idea.
That's a great idea. I like that.
That's a good idea.
Who was that? Who was that? Famous Hogan. Hey man, I like that.
That's a good idea. So I gotta.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, I like that. Free healthcare.
Yeah. Lord knows, America need it.
I think that's something that Bernie Sanders need to put in his presidential campaign race. Is to legalize marijuana and have free health care.
Right.
But I also think that blacks need to start getting some type of check. I do think that the slavery and what we've been through in this country, and how many blacks that has been locked up ratio to whites for marijuana, I don't think that marijuana should be something that's just legalized and blacks is just wiped out of it. Like, okay, we legalized it. We're done with y'all.
Right.
It's
We've
over
been
with. We walking away. No, we can't
Right.
keep going for the abuse.
Yeah, we didn't took a lot of losses. Well, me personally, I can't say just to pay blacks back a whole bunch of money for some marijuana.
My man said make all college free.
Yeah, that's what I
Make all college free and free health care.
Yeah. Universities start paying more tuition to them universities.
Because-
they pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah. More money invested into the urban communities. I think the money should be invested into the communities that have been hit hard off stuff like
Do you think
marijuana
reparations
laws.
to blacks for slavery could come through free health care in school?
Yeah. And that's something that
You know what I mean?
that's-
If you make, they can find some. That's like, they can find a certain medium house income and say if you make this amount and this amount a year, then you're entitled to these benefits of free health care and
Right.
free, basically what they're doing now anyway.
Yeah.
But the financial aid ain't free.
And then student
'cause they-
loans and all
student
that.
loan
They make
ain't-
your parents.
yeah, that
sign
ain't
up
none of
for
that
them,
shit
put
free.
their name up and all
Ain't none of
that.
that shit free. Ain't none of that shit free. None of it.
I think the healthcare is something they need to really touch on with the marijuana money. Healthcare. If I'm not mistaken, Denver is investing theirs in a lot of their schools. Colorado,
Yeah, they is,
they
but
got a lot of money invested in their schools. They got surpluses on the budget on a lot of their public schools and stuff like that.
yeah, they is,
You
and
know.
they moving all the blacks out of the city
Oh yeah,
and raising and driving the property values
Oh, yeah.
sky high over there in Denver.
yeah, it's gonna be taken over. Like I said, I think the neighborhoods have been hit hard by the drug epidemic. Should be benefit
Should be
the most
benefiting
off
from it.
You know, you got a lot of neighborhoods that they know that the marijuana laws affected them.
For real, for
So
real.
to leave neighborhoods out and people that was affected by marijuana laws,
Right. You said it again.
to leave people out that was affected by marijuana laws would be stupid. It was something that they said they was going to do. I think it was in Oakland or something like that.
Yeah,
They was going to people who was convicted of or selling marijuana or something like that.
Right,
When they
exactly.
come out, they was going to get them first dibs at opening up shops and stuff like that.
And
So
clean
that's
up the
something.
record.
That's something. Yeah, that's something they should really look into with the money
Yeah,
to try to help people get back.
But
on
what
their
they doing
feet,
right
you know?
now with the money and not allowing, and there's no control right now. It's almost like the wild west right now with the marijuana and the way they're selling it and getting the money. No, there's no control over it.
Right.
And so right now, people that's in it right now, they are in it and they racking up money right now
Yeah.
before the federal government
Killing them.
legalized
Cash
it.
too.
Yeah.
Because they can't put it in the
Yeah.
banks because it's a dilemma where
Yeah.
you can't store it in the banks because the federal law still got a federal law against the marijuana. So
Right.
now these dudes are dealing in an all cash business. All cash
And they
business.
racking up.
So what you think about the taxes? They ain't paying no taxes really on an all cash business like that. You
Yeah,
know
they-
what I mean?
they-
Well, they paying the taxes in the
definitely-
beginning, but they ain't
yeah.
paying the federal taxes as
right.
much. They
And-
paying
and-
state. They
well-
paying more state. They ain't.
And the thing is, these people right now is racking up a lot of money off them selling marijuana, and they racking it up right now before the control even gets on it. Because once the federal government says marijuana is legal to sell and possess in the United States, guess what? That's when
That's
you're
when
gonna
they hit them federal
That's
tax
when the
laws
taxes
and shit,
come. That's
yeah.
when you're gonna see the feds come in, and that's when you're gonna see the amount of profit that those marijuana people are making drop dramatically.
But that's the funny part. The federal government says, well, we haven't legalized it, right? So these people is checking all this cash money and they paying state taxes. But what happens? Whereas at the end of the year, you still got to
Right.
report your income. So these people still got to file taxes regardless if the money legal in the federal eyes or not. Because what can come down, you can still get hit with an IRS charge if you selling a whole lot of marijuana and you didn't check the of $5 million that year and you didn't pay state taxes because they get theirs off top. But you hadn't paid no federal taxes because the federal government hadn't legalized it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I guarantee you the IRS gonna say, no, but you still gotta file with us.
That's right.
We don't give a shit about what
You still gonna do
we
what
don't
we
give a
gotta
fuck
do.
about what the FBI talking about
You
but
still
all
gotta-
that.
yeah, you still gonna file with us.
Right. You still gotta tell us
still
you
gotta
got
file.
$5 million this year.
Yeah.
So you
You
know what I
still
mean?
gotta file with us.
It's-
But what I'm saying is that the control over the money right now, how much money is being made while the government not actually while the government don't have any control over it, it's a lot of
yeah.
money being made right now, and nobody's benefiting from it. No one's benefiting from it. This is almost like a wild enterprise where it's like we kill and get all the money and we're taking it right now, and we're not helping nobody. We're just going to do what we want to do with the money. We're not going to give back to these poor black communities. We're not doing nothing for the blacks right now. And this is the best stage of anything is in the beginning. When everybody knows when the money starts rolling in, if it's good, it's going to roll in real good. The beginning stages, after a while, when everybody gets in and the government start putting their taxes on it, the less money that's going to be made, the interest going to be gone. And that's when you're going to look up and see little Robert and little Johnny Boo Boo and all them with weed businesses when there's no interest anymore. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It's hot right now.
Right.
33
states got medical and
Yeah.
10 got rec.
Yeah.
And not including DC.
And they legalizing it. It's people still sitting in jail right now for marijuana. You got people sitting on probation right now. You got people that can't get jobs right now. You know what I mean? You got people lives that have been ruined behind this right now, and people is racking up billions of dollars off of weed right now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what are we waiting on?
Checking billion.
You know, and we being destroyed. It's almost like no everybody's sitting back right now just watching. Nobody's saying anything, and anybody, you know, what I'm saying? Everybody just
right now
is just watching, right? Like they're
right
so
now,
shocked right now.
Right now, we're not the ones profiting off the legal part of
At
it
all.
It's states and and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So right now, we're not profiting. African American community is not profiting off the
We
legalization
losing
of
all the way
marijuana.
around,
We're
and we
not-
gotta watch this.
We ain't winning because everywhere we actually selling it at, it's illegal.
Man, I got about 10 marijuana cases.
And everywhere where the blacks actually got the market, it's illegal.
It's illegal. I know.
You know what I'm saying? So look, just look at it. Everywhere we actually own the market, it's illegal.
That's right. That's right. Street value done went down because the supply is so high. That's right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the street
Totally.
value. Yeah.
totally. They losing value in the street value because the supply is so high.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
right.
an ounce of Kush was 600, man. Now it's 175.
Yeah, it's totally been lost. They
That's
done lost
crazy.
all value in it. And it's
They
going
can
to
get some
continue
bomb
going
for
down.
250.
It's going to continue going down because the more demand for it, the more growers going to come out the woodwork. The more people going to be turning them other farms that was something else to marijuana farms now.
Right. No, they're not getting that real money. They still getting a pinch of it. They getting the real money in them dispensaries, and they racking up, and they running them dispensaries,
The
running
growers and all them
major
getting all the
pounds.
money.
They still selling to the streets, man.
The growers eating like the cartel be eating.
Yeah.
Them ones, all the big boys, the bands up top.
Mm-hmm. They eating.
All the big boys.
They eating. What do you say? Inflammation. And that's. I think if they actually grab a hold to marijuana, I think it'd be time for real. Blacks don't stand up for something, man. Political. I think we should be standing up to get everybody with a marijuana case is to get that shit thrown out, expunged, and they shouldn't make it no hell of a process either. Don't go through there talking about, oh, you got to file this court document and file that and file this. No, don't make it no difficult process for people to clear it off, motherfucker.
Toss it.
Get it out of there. Y'all know
Toss
what to do. Y'all know how to go in them computers and run through there, and everybody with a motherfucker misdemeanor, the marijuana cases, throw them on out of there. Don't come with no, oh, well, you have to file this and then get a lawyer and do this, and before you know it, by the time you were standing in front of the judge, you done had to spend $2,500 and 6 months dealing in court to get it thrown off. Just get the shit and throw it off. Take it away.
Marijuana. Well, they already let us know they don't have no problem with marijuana. Marijuana only been illegal for 80 years, and this country existed longer than 80 years. So they don't have no problem with it.
Yeah.
They know the medical value of it and everything.
I know one thing. I'm being careful too, but some of the strands you smoking, you hear they say they spraying chemicals on some of that medical marijuana too. That's fucking people up, turning them into little switches and stuff.
That's some
that is.
bullshit. I don't believe that.
I
Y'all watched
I
that with
believe
that
they
chick
got
talking about
believe they got some weed.
that dude too talking about the weed turning these young men gay and all that
Yeah,
shit,
no.
man.
They
hell
got some
no,
shit for
man.
your ass.
Hey,
You keep
man.
playing around them dispensaries and shit.
If anything, they put that shit in the milk.
Hey, look, they was putting that shit in the tap
If
water.
anything, they putting that shit in the milk or the food.
They was putting it in the tap water.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put it in the tap water. They know a nigga love a fat blunt. They'll put it in the Swisher Sweet. You know what I mean? They gonna get it in your ass.
I don't know. I
man.
smoke every day, so I can't vouch. I can't go with
No.
nobody saying no.
No,
shit
you just ain't got a hold of what they done
'Cause
got a hold of.
Nah, we all smoke the same shit.
Hey,
We smoke
man.
the same shit.
Hey man, shit.
I
you
ain't
might
going
not.
for that one.
Shit,
All that
man.
marijuana make you
Hey,
gay
look,
shit. I
I
ain't
done
going
been over
for
on
it.
East Coast. They don't
I
have
done
no-
heard it, but I ain't gonna buy it.
Hey, look, I done been to the East Coast where they don't have none of this shit Cali smoking. I done been to the South over in Florida. Florida just started getting some of the different weed, but I done been all
Nigga
over
got
the
some
globe.
backdoor shit.
Yeah, when niggas wasn't just
Homegrown
having no
shit.
real shit. That's why if a nigga wasn't really getting no shit up out of Cali, a nigga wasn't smoking nothing back. LA. out of LA.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about out of LA. If you wasn't getting no real good kush out of LA, nigga, you wasn't get smoking shit.
I first went to LA when I was 14. I had been smoking.
When you was a baby. When we
Well, I went when I was a baby, but I first went back to
Yeah.
remember when I was 14. I had been smoking in Chicago maybe 2 years, a year or something prior. Man, I got my first high in LA, and I had been smoking already.
You got your
First high.
Hey, man.
Man, I didn't even know what
Hey,
high was until I
nigga.
went there, man. My first high.
Hey, look, for real.
Man, I'm talking
For
about
real.
I had never giggled smoking
Yeah.
weed.
Like niggas talking about Humboldt
Yeah,
County.
first time getting
Oh
them.
man, Humboldt County. Listen, my nigga, I ain't gonna dispute what y'all got going on over there. But I know when I grew up, if the shit didn't come from LA,
Yeah.
nigga, you wasn't smoking dee ta. Nigga, you had boo boo. Niggas was laughing at you if you went, you could go anywhere in the country. If you went to Cali, you had to throw your weed away, nigga. I'm telling you, that's on everything I love.
Better.
Don't
Man, I
even,
got my
don't even,
first
don't even
high.
come in motherfucking LA County, nigga, with your
I thought
dope.
that shit was just because you got to think this is back in the day when Snoop was talking all that
Yeah,
smoking
smoke
chronic.
shit, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking that shit just a rap, man. That
Yeah.
nigga talking about high and smoking chronic.
Uh-huh.
Man, these niggas, it'll be, hey, we about 10 of them niggas on one blunt and everybody high.
Everybody high. On
Puff,
the
puff,
joint.
pads.
Nigga, we was on joints then.
Puff, puff, pad and everybody
Hey,
high.
look, 4-5 niggas smoke a joint. Hey, all
Hey,
niggas
man,
know the joint.
Everybody high, man. They had me
For
up in the
real.
mountains. San Demon, some fucking
San
what?
Bernardino,
No, San Demon.
San mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fuck
Man,
around.
I'm telling you, man,
High-
nigga wasn't
high as
smoking.
I'm high as the mountains in that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
nigga wasn't smoking, you wasn't going to LA, man. But Humboldt County, that's some new. They got a lot of growers up there. There's a lot of people up there growing. I don't know. I know things be popping. I ain't just,
But you know, that grower shit means a lot, man.
It means a lot,
man. That shit means a lot, man.
means
That's
a lot.
that's like being a chef. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can cook the same food, but it ain't gonna taste the same.
Mm-mm.
You can give them the same exact ingredient,
Right.
and this dude should have come out good. This should have come out
Right,
trash.
right.
Same ingredient.
That's like Mississippi collard greens taste better than Chicago collard greens.
Man.
Hey, man, it's certain things.
You
You gotta cook.
I
them
can't
certain
say that. I can't vouch for that.
Man, I like Mississippi.
But at the same time, I ain't had no Mississippi collard greens.
Man, they cooking, Jack. Hey, man. Hey, they cooking. Man.
But I can't say, hey, man, my grandma cooked some hell of collard greens, man, out there in North Carolina, man.
Them North Carolina collard greens.
Them Carolina greens, shit.
Hey, man, I can whip some greens up too.
Real.
I'm pretty good at it, man. Tupac favorite place was Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah.
For the kush, huh? But you know what, though? Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I always believe that Canada just had more time with their marijuana where they was studying it more than us, and they was putting more scientific research behind it. At the time when we was kind of, prosecuting and on it hard, they was kind of more lenient up there where they had more.
Well, that's
more
what happened
room
with LA.
You know what I mean?
Well,
more,
that's what kind of happened in LA. They really wasn't hard on weed in LA, really.
But gave the growers and people room to kind of
Right.
do their thing on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I always felt about Canada. You know what I mean? Because them folks was always coming up with the new strands, the new
Right.
grow strands, and all
Hey,
that.
I bet
fight
you,
that
y'all
Canada.
bet you, I bet you they can't get a hold of none of that chronic no more. I bet y'all, who over there in LA can get a hold of some of that chronic, man? Who over there in LA can get a hold of some of that real chronic, that real shit? Remember that shit? That chronic?
Oh yeah, that chronic. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I got high.
Man.
First time I ever smoked some chronic. The first time I ever got high. Like I said, I had been smoking a year or two prior and never got. I didn't know what high was. I thought I was getting high.
Because you get high.
I thought I was getting high, like shit. You know what I mean? I smoke. Man, that's my first time ever getting the munchies and giggling.
Man,
Laughing
that's what
uncontrollably.
happened,
Man, I
yeah.
felt like a silly ass,
That's how I
man.
was.
I couldn't stop laughing. Man, like, motherfucker, what y'all put in this shit? What y'all,
Nigga laughing
ooh,
and
this shit. Nigga, I'm laughing like
Nigga, I
a
remember
motherfucker.
we was over there in
boy.
South Central. It was me, my nigga Scrum, and we over there. Nigga, we got a 40 ounce, and nigga, we just rolled us a blunt of that some chronic. Nigga, we standing outside in the front of the house, nigga smoking. Nigga with the 40, nigga, we going. Then we look up, nigga, by the time, nigga, we so high, by the time we look up, nigga, the police on the grass. Look up, jumped out. Police jumped out on us. Hey, put your hand on the wall. I put the bottle down. Okay. Say, what y'all out here doing? Y'all out here smoking, huh? He said, yeah. He said, put it out. I put it out. He said, I ain't finna lock you up for no weed. He said, you ain't got no warrants? I said, nah. He said, where you from? I said, I'm from Chicago. He said, he reached in the back pocket, grabbed my ID and shit. Scone was with me. He got Scone. He got his ID and shit. So he grabbed my blunt. He smelled it. He said, ooh, wait, boy, you smoking that real chronic. I swear. He said, you smoking that real chronic.
Real shit.
Yeah, listen, on my right hand to God, man. If I'm blind, I'm dead, man. He took my blunt and stuck it in his top pocket like this. Foop, foop, foop. Put it in his pocket to keep it. He kept it too.
Kept it.
Yeah, he said, listen, man. He said, I can lock you up for this blunt, or I might not. He said, hey, think of a number 1 through 10. He told my boy Sconey. My boy Sconey said 7. He said, all right, you can go, man. He said, my number was 6. You was close enough. Like that, man. I was talking about, hey, man, listen. When I say I was so high, the police looked at me in my eyes and told me I was high. You're high. You're high. Took the blunt, smelled that motherfucker. Man, you smoking that chronic.
You couldn't even disagree with him.
Man, I'm sitting, I'm
You
standing
high.
there just looking.
You can't even, you stuck. You can't even disagree.
I'm high for real, man.
You so damn stuck, you can't even say no.
Fuck you, man. Nigga high to the motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
Cali had no A1 spot for the weed, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't care about y'all chocolate Tide, none of that over there on that East Coast. Like I went to the East Coast and you ever had that chocolate Tide?
I think I had some
Man,
before.
they thought that was the shit over there. Man, y'all smoking.
Is it dark and kind of thick?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of sticky.
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah,
And it's like kind of sticky though, right?
Man, yeah.
Thick, some thick shit.
Trash.
Yeah.
And they swear up and down they smoking. They swear up and down they smoking, man. Let me see a lighter, man. Man, y'all follow us on Instagram. Man, G Good the Governor, famous 82.
FAMUS.
Y'all already know what to do. The Real Gang Unit, Facts, 187, LAPD. K, for real. Mr. Football Church. Hey, what they say up there? What about that? Acapulco Gold. Man, I don't want none of that drag. All that.
That's that old school shit.
I don't want none of that
You
trash.
said that Acapulco
Hey,
Gold.
look.
He talking about some 80s shit,
Yeah,
ain't it?
yeah.
70s or some shit.
It popped real hard in the mid 2000s, around 2005,
man,
6.
No, they was smoking that Acapulco Gold in the 90s
But
and 80s in Chicago.
it made
That
a
was some
comeback.
late 80s some shit.
But it made a comeback. It made a comeback real quick, and it came in and went right out, man.
In different states, they might have named it something different, but that's that shit that smells straight up like
Like
a
that
skunk.
That skunk.
So I don't know if that's just what we called it in Chicago, but that was they had that skunk.
That skunk. They had that. That's LA weed too.
Oh, okay.
That's LA. That's from the 80s. That's that skunk, man. They was smoking that in LA in the 80s, man. If y'all from LA, y'all know y'all was fucking with the skunk in the 80s. Cause that shit didn't reach Chicago till about 88, 87, 88. It didn't reach Chicago.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And they was really smoking it real hard skunk all through the late 80s, early 90s. Right, about 92. Then the Chronic. The Chronic put the skunk out of business. Niggas talking about they had that skunk. Nigga, we don't give a fuck, nigga. We smoking Chronic now.
Right.
Yeah. Chronics put the skunk out. If y'all some OG niggas, y'all know. Y'all know the Chronic took skunk and slid his head off. MC Breed and all them niggas was smoking on that skunk, man. They was on that skunk weed. Them niggas, they was on that shit. Man, R.I.P. and MC Breed too, man. Rest in peace, man. If y'all don't even remember him, man.
Breed.
For real. Hey, man.
Legend.
Man, you got anything you want to say to the people, man? We wrapping it up off that platinum. Triple X with Kush, yeah. Yeah, doing Naptown back in 05, 06. Yeah. Naptown. I'm gonna tell you some fast cities that was smoking fast. And see, some niggas can't tell y'all this because they wasn't traveling. I was going city to city, state to state. Okay. The top cities in the 90s that was smoking outside of LA, okay, was definitely, I mean, but I'm gonna exclude California because LA is in California, so I don't want to say none of that over there outside of that. Detroit.
One of them, yes sir.
Detroit, Michigan was one of your city's
sir.
top smoking cities.
I can go with that.
Detroit.
All through Michigan.
Yeah, all through Michigan.
Find some good shit.
Detroit
You
was
could be in
smoking,
one of
yeah.
the small towns, Saginaw somewhere,
Mhm.
and find some good shit in Michigan.
Yeah, they were smoking over there in Michigan, okay? That's your number one. Your number two was Kansas City, Missouri. And the only reason why Kansas City was smoking is because they was dealing with some good growers back then that was growing. And this is before the takeover of the West Coast. The West Coast been taken over, but I'm talking about they was having their own connections too. And they was going to Denver, Colorado, getting a lot of that shit. And that caused Kansas City to be a good place to get good green back in those days. Kansas City, and that was it. That was it. Memphis didn't really have no real good weed in Memphis. Florida didn't have no
See,
real
niggas
good
don't
weed.
want to admit to it.
Georgia.
Some of them spots, a lot of them niggas were wet heads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So some of them
Yeah,
spots,
St.
niggas
Louis
didn't
didn't have no
even care
good
about weed. Them niggas didn't even want. They didn't even really care about it.
No, a lot of them places didn't have no real good weed.
Yeah, niggas was, and some of the niggas messing with so many other drugs, coke and wet and stuff. You know, and them spots where the niggas was messing with all them foreign drugs. Them was the spots a lot of times didn't have good weed.
No, they didn't. Yeah, for real.
I mean, they didn't care.
For real.
They laced the weed.
Yeah.
And weed was used for
Cleveland was smoking.
weed was used to be laced.
But I could be wrong. But New York ain't never been smoking to me.
No.
Never. DC really wasn't no smoking city, man. They don't really, you know what I'm saying? And Florida just really getting right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, when I came down here to Dallas, they was smoking weed, calling it top flight. Didn't they? Calling it top flight. They was smoking weed.
Hey, them Mexicans were coming up here serving.
Hey, they had
shit,
some weed
boy.
down here, and they was selling niggas this shit, man.
Yeah,
Called
that's
Top
called
Flight.
Top Flight.
Yeah, man, they was knocking niggas noodle off of that shit.
Uh-huh.
They were calling it Flight. What was another one they had down here? Man, they just had some weed. They had a lot of weed down here in Texas, man, when I come here. Everybody had weed.
Corn.
Man. Yeah, corn.
Flight.
They had some weed called corn. Nigga had some corn. But you know, it was always some real niggas in the town that had real good doses. Like,
You had to find them, but there was
yeah,
always
like,
some niggas
cause
had-
like you could go right on to South Dallas on the dead end, and them niggas had all the Kush back in the days. So you had they had Dro, they didn't have Kush. This was before the Dro days. This was before the Kush days. They had Dro, and this was, but outside of that little area, you was done.
Yeah.
You was weeded down in the city, man. Everybody had weed, man. For real. Everybody had it. See, they had corn. Yeah, you know, it's not corn. Yeah. I used to
that
tease
corn.
niggas, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. They had some of that shit that was pretty good. Cause
That shit wasn't bad, because some of that shit you could take back to Chicago and sell
yeah.
for a higher price. So, you know, niggas in the shop was buying some of that shit.
But it say Houston had a lot of hydros when I moved in 08, even in 2015. Then they, yeah. Houston was pretty. I think Dallas
It's
was
alright.
smoking a
You
little
gotta
harder than
find
Houston.
the right people though
Yeah.
in Houston.
Yeah, because it's easy to run into a bunch of boo-boo in Houston.
Yeah, it is.
Dallas, you can't even run into no boo-boo no more.
It is. You
Dallas,
gotta just find the
Dallas
right
is like
people.
Chicago now. Everybody want OG. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, you know, and Dallas just got a lot of high-end niggas that want to smoke like that. They want that smoke. They just want it. You know what I mean? And they like Cali niggas when it come down to it. You know what I'm saying? And what we got? 53 minutes. Ready to wrap it up?
Yeah.
I'm tired, man. I'm finna finish smoking me something, man. Hey, man, I want y'all to check out my man Cash Money Lavish D new hits, new song, man. Hey, shout out to Sacktown. Shout out to the Bay Area, the whole motherfucking California land. Hey, check out my man CML, the man hot.
Hey, I'm pulling out trophies on these niggas. Big Bang Hank, nigga. CML, nigga. What else? Stop playing.
Yeah, I like this.
I've been having trophies. I'm ballin' like I'm Kobe. Talk talking $100,000 cars and 41 rollies. Young nigga, get your money is what my father always told me. And break these niggas hoes because you macking like Goldie. Get money, stay humble. Speak up and don't mumble. If a nigga steal the ball, you better make that nigga fumble. I be stepping over niggas. I'm just trying not to stumble. I be breaking bread like God. I'm the greatest in the jungle. I'm the nigga and you know it. You know it cause I show it. I'm moving way too motherfucking fast, I need to slow it. I parked the Phantom in the streets, ain't nobody gon' tow it. My mama counting on me, just for her I ain't gon' blow it.
Y'all follow his
These niggas
page,
really
man.
bossy. I got these niggas saucy.
Cash Money
Knock the
Guy,
hatred out of
man,
nigga
got
body
some
if he
hot
cross me. These niggas catch a case and get to singing like Ashanti. Ready to drop a dime on a nigga like he Chauncey. You acting like I owe you, I barely even know you. And getting extorted by anybody is what I won't do. I make my own money, I'ma spend it how I want to. So stop playing before I put a price tag on you. I got it out the mud, I'm trying to enjoy this shit now. And I fell back on niggas, I wasn't feeling how they get down. I worked too hard to get in my position, I can't slip now. And it's money on your head, so it's a contract hit now. In 2005, I had the mini-star mansion. Fucking niggas, hoes and getting paid like a ransom. Ugly nigga having money, you can't tell me I ain't handsome. I got too much work, my bottom bitch be throwing tantrums. 2006, that's when I went and bought the condo. My Asian bitch hit for 40 bands at the Cosmo. 2007 Cadillac hair Honcho. I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring. Tell that nigga that you sleeping with to keep on snoring.
Man, y'all go follow Slim now.
You
Cash
broke
Money
then you
Life
born.
TV, man.
I don't
Shout out
ride
to y'all,
regular
man.
cars, my
Hey, man,
wheels is
salute to y'all coming out, fucking with the
2010,
show,
I was
man,
fresh
for
out of jail.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
Nigga, welcome to hell.
Go to famous Instagram, FAMUS82.
FAMUS 82.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And on Instagram, man.
On Instagram. Appreciate y'all tuning in for another one of G Gov, Prince Famous, G Cole Daily. You know what I mean? Keep checking us out, man. We're gonna keep dropping different stuff on y'all, man.
We live on YouTube, part of that motherfucking YouTube channel, man. Come on, man. The bird getting off here, man.
Y'all tune in, man. Y'all get them blunts ready, man. Sit back, man. You know what I'm saying? And indulge in the conversation with us, man. Dig in with us. You know what I mean? Always appreciate the input.
And if y'all got some music that y'all want me to air while we going live on YouTube, DM me so we can come in and I can play it and we can show it at the end, okay? Of every show, man. You dig? Hey, man, salute to everybody that, man, came in
Much
and watched
love.
the show, man.
Much love.
Love, peace, and some motherfucking hair grease. You dig?
And stay out the way.
You dig?